Hello and welcome to Uniko's 12 Days of Christmas Inspiration and Giveaways, Day 7. It's a very blustery Saturday here. We have a storm going past over us this weekend, and it's a perfect weekend to stay in and craft. Today I thought I would do a fun little sort of feature on Uniko's background blocks. I did one a while back, 3 ways to use our background blocks. So if you go back into Uniko's channel feed, and skip back a few videos, you will see another video featuring these background blocks. But I think I chose some different designs. I know I have featured this background block layered recently, but it is really a fun background block. It works wonderfully in a festive way that I have used it here. I've simply stamped it twice, so it hangs over the edge of my card. I've used poppy and cranberry, added a simple sentiment and a little bow, just to make it look as if the background block are stripy wrapped gifts under the Christmas tree. So it's super easy, super fun, didn't take me long at all. This one I have used background blocks pinstripe that came back in stock recently. And again, another quick, simple card, stamped it twice in cranberry and evergreen, and I just made sure that the pattern overlapped a little bit to give a little bit more sort of interest. Again, added another sentiment and bow just to make it feel a little bit more festive. Both these cards are on the blog today. So I thought I would use another background block, which is background blocks perspective. This one is actually featured as card of the week this week. It's 15% off, along with the other product that I used on the card that is featured. If you haven't heard of Uniko's card of the week before, it's a fun feature where every Monday I select a card that I've made or one of the design team have made previously, and all the products that are featured on that particular card are 15% off for the week. So it's a good little thing to look out for if you're wanting to build your Uniko stash. It's just something new that I introduced with the new website. So I thought I'd give a little bit of a festive spin to this block. So I'm just popping it in my stamping platform. I'm using this just in case I don't get a lovely impression first time. A lot of the more solid blocks I use in a stamping platform, just so I can repeat stamp and make sure I get a perfect impression each time. So I always put my block face down on my cardstock first and then pick it up with my stamping platform. I think in a video earlier in the week I did show that even doing it that way I still had a little air bubble under the block, and I had to lift it and peel it just to get rid of the air block. Just sometimes these things happen, but we always find a way around it. So I'm just making sure it is nice and visible. So this is such a fun block. I've used it a lot sort of for masculine cards. As you know, if you've been around here a while, I do like geometrics. I just find them really eye-catching and fun, and they're perfect for masculine cards. I feel it doesn't take a lot to just a simple sentiment, some colours, and you've got a nice masculine card design with little effort. So the ink is quite a little bit wet today. This card is a little bit shinier. I don't have my heat tool on hand, so I'm just making sure it is dry. So I might just set that aside for a second before I start colouring it. I've chosen a couple of Stampin' Up blends in dark sweet sorbet and dark granny apple green, which I will colour some of the perspective elements. I'm not going to colour them all. I went ahead and stamped my sentiment. I should have gone ahead and stamped one of the blocks before I started, just so it would dry. So I'm just going to trim that, and then I am going to use the same bow image stamp just to create a little bow. I've trimmed that a little bit high at the top, but never mind. So I'll set that to one side. So this little bow stamp is from Mid-Century Modern Baubles. It's a lovely size and a lovely stamp set. I hope to revisit that one in this series if I don't come up with any other ideas in between. I keep switching things a little bit because I think, oh, that'll be good to do, and I come up with a different idea and change my original plan. But hey, that's part of being creative, isn't it? So I'm going to stamp this one in cranberry, and then I'll set that aside to dry, and hopefully the block has dried off a little bit and I can start colouring. So another reason why I thought I would do this feature today, hopefully you saw yesterday's video, yesterday's blog and social media. I randomly decided just to do some fabulous festive offers. One of the offers is free worldwide shipping on orders that value £30 or more. Usually for international orders it's £75. In the UK it is £60, so quite a saving there to get free shipping. The reason why I've done that is because this weekend, up until Monday at midday, is the last chance that people living in the EU and Northern Ireland, for you to shop here with me at Uniko. I'm having to close my doors to shipping to these destinations until I manage to find a cost-effective solution to the new product safety regulations that are coming into force on the 13th, and to make sure that my parcels, any orders placed, get through the system before the 13th. That's why I am cutting off orders on Monday at 12 midday. So I thought it's a nice little gift to you, hopefully, to put your last orders in with me before I have to close. Hopefully it won't be for too long, but we shall see. So I'm just going ahead here and I'm just doing a few of these tops of these blocks in this granny apple green. So yeah, hopefully you can take advantage of this shipping offer before Monday. The other offers I've got on are 3 for £15 on certain £6.50 sets. One of the collections is background blocks. It applies to everyday sentiments, flower power, and simply said blocks. So you can get 3 for £15, which saves you £4, I believe. My maths isn't great. I'm trying to remember off the website, but you get a decent saving anyway. And the other offer that I decided to put along with the free shipping and the £6.50 ones is £4.50 stencils. You can get 3 for £12, which saves you £1.50, I believe. But it's still I know it's only a little saving, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? Especially if there's been a few things on your list, on your wish lists. So these will be the final offers that I have before Christmas. But yeah, so I thought I'd just tie in a couple of things with the offers. Obviously there will still be card of the week, and it'll change on Monday as well, probably around midday, depending on how busy things have been over the weekend. So as you can see, I'm just colouring a few of these in. I tend to, if I'm doing a geometric shape like this, I go up and down with my alcohol marker to try and minimise lines. I'm not the best colourist or expert when it comes to using alcohol markers, mainly because I don't practice enough. I did the Copic a masterclass many years ago here in the UK when Copics were just sort of becoming a thing within paper crafts, but I've never really sort of like gelled with them a lot. I use them, but again, it's like most things, isn't it? It's practice. I get a little bit impatient when it comes to colouring, so that's why I tend to do simple colouring like this, where I'm just adding a flat colour. One day I will invest my time in expanding my skills, I should say, I suppose the word is. But I think like most people, there's so many different things you want to do, but then it's a time thing. Next year I am going to definitely invest a little bit of time. I would like to learn how to crochet. My nana taught me the basics many years ago, but she used to sort of like cast me on, and I just do sort of rounds or make squares. She used to make knee blankets for one of the nursing homes locally. So I've just grabbed the clear Copic marker. I went over the edges a little bit there, which is quite easy to do. So now I think there's enough green in there, and I'm just going to do a few of the elongated rectangles going down to the center in this lovely vibrant red. Just to add a little bit of variation. Obviously you can spend as long as you like doing this. and you could use different colours. I've done it in rainbow colours before that looks absolutely stunning. I've done Zentangle inside the squares and the rectangles that I've coloured green before, and that is such a relaxing, fun technique. But if you go to the website today and scroll down on the home page, you'll see the sort of masculine colours I've used. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. One's like a midnight blue, and I think I used like a stardusty yellow, I believe, or mustardy yellow, which is quite a fun colour combo for masculine cards. So I'm just selecting a couple, gone over the edges again, smudged. I knew that would happen. Never mind, we will fix that because we are going to cut this out. See, even I have moments where things don't go to plan, but never mind. If I wasn't recording a video, I'd probably scrap this card, but daylight isn't the best here in the UK at the minute. It's quite bright today considering how wild it is outside today, but usually by sort of 2 o'clock it is starting to get quite dark. So as I'm running it behind a little bit, I like to try and get this video done before it gets too dark. As you see, I'm not as organised as I often come across as being. I was hoping to have a lot of things done beforehand, but I thought while it's quiet today, I will crack on with today's video. Hopefully get tomorrow's done as well while the boys are still out. They sleep at their grandparents on a Friday night. They still enjoy going, so while they still enjoy going, my husband and I take advantage of the quietness and the sort of free time we get to do jobs. So he's out doing a few jobs, running some errands that he needed to do, and I thought I'd catch up on a bit of work in the studio. So there's no sort of plan to this, I've just randomly selected some, and you could go in and you could add some glitter, some sparkle. There's so much you can do with this stamp. It's one of my favourites, and to be honest, I was surprised that it's one that usually sells out pretty fast, but like with most companies, there's so many products and so many things on your list. Sometimes they sort of get forgotten about. I know I forget to use things. I'll pick a favourite. I'll have a current favourite from a new release, and a lot of things that used to be favourites get forgotten for a while. So doing little video series like this over Christmas makes me remember what things I used to love and that I haven't used for a while. So it really does help me use my supplies and things I've designed that I haven't used for a while. So I've managed to cover up those a little bit better. I am just going to add a little bit of green here just to balance it out, just a tad. I mean, I could go in and probably colour a lot more, but I don't want to spend the whole video colouring with you. It could be a little bit boring. And then with this being quite all straight lines, it is fairly easy to fussy cut out. Hopefully it hasn't gone too dark. I thought I could manage without the light, the light on, but I will just pop it on because it has all of a sudden just got dark again, which will probably mean we're must be due some more rain. I don't think we've got it quite as bad over on the east coast as the west coast have had it, because the storm is coming in from Ireland and then blowing over and then down. But it isn't nice out there. But hopefully, even with my little colouring and smudging mistakes, this will still look good and give you a fun idea of how to use these background blocks if you own them. My cutting, my hands are quite shaky today. I did a workout this morning. The fitness group on Facebook I've been part of for nearly 5 years now, probably. We have a challenge. It's so I used to be, I use Beachbody, the platform. It's called Body now. And it used to be an MLM company, but it's recently changed to affiliate. Anyway, by the by, the people who one of the ladies who used to be my coach, ever since I joined, they run a fitness challenge. So they come up with a fun selection of workouts from all the programs on the platform. One, to have fun, and two, to get you trying different things you might not have tried before. So it's been a tough week this week. I think because I did quite a low impact program in November, going to something a bit more high impact has taken its toll on me, and today was a little bit sort of upper body and my arms are aching a little bit, so probably not the best day to do lots of fussy cutting, but there we go. But it wakes me up for sure. It's something I do like to do on a morning, just for me, and to get the blood flowing, the brain into gear. So nearly there. I just find if you fussy cut this out a little bit, I know it's time consuming, but then when you add some foam adhesive to the back and add it to a card, it gives it a little bit more sort of like perspective, a little bit more dimension. See that pun there? I'm not usually very punny. But today I hope to get a little bit more festive. In the house, I've got the conservatory to decorate, but I need to clean the windows a little bit because I haven't done them for a while, and it'll bug me if I don't do it and I just put the decorations up without giving them a little wipe over. And then I might do a bit of festive baking as well. The boys like to do gingerbread houses, and a few years ago, we've had them a few years now, I bought some cutters that cut out all the pieces for you to build your own house. So I might get that ready. I might even get it ready before they come home, if I've got time. And the elf will have magically done it so they can do it as tomorrow's activity. We'll see how organized I get. I'm doing quite well with ideas for the elf this year. I managed to save quite a lot on Pinterest and come up with a few myself as well, which is good. I'm sharing them on Instagram on my stories at the moment. Each day I am just looking for some foam adhesive. I've used quite a lot recently, so I need just to, in the drawer next to me, find the 1mm thick. It's always a little bit hard starting a new pack of these. They seem to stick well to the backing. So I'm just going to stick a few of these on and then stick it to my card. So, as you know, I love pattern these background blocks. I don't think I've designed any more yet. I have some ideas in mind, but I do like these blocks. They are good for instant focal points on cards. As you know, I like quick, easy, clean cards, minimal fuss. But sometimes, even though they're clean and simple, minimal fuss, they still take time to make. As you can see, this will be a really sort of simple design that doesn't look as though it's taken that long. And even thinking about it, I thought, oh, that won't take too long to do it in a video. And then, you know, half an hour later, I'm still here. So I don't know what time we're up to, but I do apologise. And as always, feel free to fast forward me in these little bits. So I was just thinking what I could tell you next while I'm finishing this. So how about the giveaway for today? So the giveaway today is 3 of your favourite background blocks that are in stock. Tell me which is your favourite, your all-time favourite. Maybe you've purchased some of these background blocks from me before, and you use it all the time. I'd love to know which one you like, or which ones you like the most. So the winner will be able to choose 3 background blocks from those that are in stock on the website. So that is the prize today. So I went ahead, I was a little bit organised. I went ahead and trimmed a piece for my background, and I am just going to try and centralise it as best I can without it sticking to me too much. There we go. And then we're just going to cut the bow out. And it's quite easy to cut out. It's such a cute little bow. It's one I've reached for a lot this series. So typical, isn't it? You start recording a video and then everyone wants to get hold of you. My husband is just trying to ring me. Luckily I turned the sound off. Never mind. I'm sure he can wait for 2 minutes without me. He's probably in the shop asking what to get or what he needed to get because he didn't write it down before he left. And it's always when you're stuck in the middle of doing a faffy little bit that takes you longer. Never mind. So I'm adding a little bit of perspective, dimension, and I'm just going to stick the sentiment at the top, pop the little bow on with a couple more pieces of foam adhesive, add a little gem, and then this will hide hopefully a couple of the smudges that I managed to make. And there we have it. There is today's card. So the prize is 3 background blocks of your choice. Just leave a comment telling me which is your favourite. It doesn't even have to be one you own, but one you own. It could just be one that's taken your eye on the website or that I've used today. I'd love to know, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.